This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, good morning with Chois Woodman, who's in for Jamie Lent this morning, and Jeff McGuire. I'm Chuck Heinz. Great to have you with us today on the Morning Drive. Sticking with football just for a second, they announced some cancellations for the 2027 season. I'm thrilled that they're not going to North Texas, and I'm disappointed that the North Carolina State home and away deal got canceled.
The North Texas would have been fine to me to finish that out. I don't want to schedule any more like that in the future. It would have been fine if you ended up doing that. But I also, you use this as an opportunity to get out of it because you could say, oh, well, we've got to do that. I also think that this could be just me reading the tea leaves too much, but I don't believe they think they'll get a Power 4 team to come into Lubbock, or you wouldn't have needed to cancel that North Texas game.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure they have 6 home games.
Right.
But there's a possibility that you could get 7.
You could
next year if it came about just right.
Yeah. I went through and dug up every team. It wasn't that hard to research, but I found every team that Power 4 team that is not playing, or that has an open date for that. So,
wow, you must have had some real time on your hand. I mean,
no, it didn't take that much. There's a website called FBSschedules.com, and they have everybody's future schedule for as long as it's scheduled. There are 15 Power 4 teams, so basically 1 and 4 have an opening in 2027.
So we're talking about September 11th of 27 and September 18th of 27.
I didn't do exactly September 11th or September 18th, but just they only have 2 games filled on that in that part, because games can typically be moved around to smaller teams if they were needed to, but there are 15 teams that don't have their full allotment of games in the non-conference out there. So there's possibilities. I think you'll get one of those, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 1-game neutral site type of situation for this particular one where it's shorter notice. That might be an easier thing where you play USC in Las Vegas, or you play
just hate that,
Georgia in the Georgia Dome, or whatever it is.
They're not going to do that.
Georgia wouldn't do it.
I mean, to do a home and home. I mean,
no.
To play Georgia in the Georgia.
That would be the neutral site. I'm saying
why would we
these
do
things because you'd be playing Georgia. You won't get knocked for it.
No, I understand that. There's a part of me that would rather play Sam Houston State if we got a home game than play Georgia at Georgia. I mean, I'd rather have 7 home games than a neutral site.
I get it.
I'm way down on the neutral site.
I know you are.
I get tired of the basketball, the best games of the year that aren't Big 12 or played in Dallas or Fort Worth or somewhere else.
I'm just saying in this particular situation where you're short notice, and right now you've had multiple times where teams like NC State is not returning the home game. You sat there and waited 5 years after you went to Raleigh, and now they're not coming to Lubbock at all. This isn't the first time teams have backed out of coming to Lubbock.
Well, and we've done that too, haven't we?
To smaller schools, not typically to equal level schools, right? I mean, you've done it. You did it to Colorado State last year. Mm-hmm. You're doing it to North Texas this time around. Mm-hmm. So yes, to smaller schools, to lower level, Tech has done it. But when someone that's supposed to be at your level does it to Power you, 4, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But, the old do unto others as they do unto you, sometimes comes into play.
Fair enough.
And so
that's what I'm saying. Maybe is it a better situation to go get the 1-game neutral site on short notice than it is to well, we'll go to your place in 2027 and you won't return a trip for 5 years because we don't know what's going to happen 5 years from now in college football.
I'll tell you this. I think I'd rather have 2 non-Power 4 games here to go with your, Oh,
I don't think that will happen. I mean, Tech's already kind of said we're going for another Power 4 game because you've been trashed and continue to get trashed in the media last year and this year for your weak non-conference schedule. And if you do that again in 2027, it's going to catch up with you on the narrative eventually. I mean, like, oh, well, Texas Tech doesn't play anybody.
Well,
no wonder they're in the playoff.
Well, I mean, haven't we said that about other teams too? Haven't we said that about the SEC teams when they when they only played 8 conference games?
But now they caved to peer pressure.
Yeah, they're at 9 now. Yeah, finally caved to peer pressure,
which is a good thing in this situation.
Yeah. Well, put me down for a no on a neutral site game. Okay, I don't care who it is.
I'll put you down, but I don't know if it's going to change the possibility.
No, I understand. I'm just.
All right. So, of the teams that are out there available, would you take a home game against Rutgers, or a home and home with Rutgers, or a neutral site game against Alabama? Because those are 2 teams that are available that week. Home and home against Rutgers, or you get a one-off neutral site game against Alabama.
I guess Alabama. You could play Alabama anywhere, and that game would do well, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What about you?
I think I'd take the home and home with Rutgers.
What about USC? What about? I mean, there's
I'd like a little payback for 1995 Cotton Bowl.
Let's go USC in the Cotton Bowl. That's our neutral site game. No, that's probably some bad juju.
That's a bad movie, man.
We don't want
to. We've seen that movie.
Yeah.
Keyshawn just scored again. Okay.
Yeah. You know the one I think it will be? I think it will be SMU because they're available.
Home and home?
You could end up doing a home and home.
I'd be fine with a home and home with SMU.
I think that's possible. They're now in a power league.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more exciting options out there, but I would be okay with that if that's what it
I'd be fine with a home and home with SMU. To me, that's better than playing a neutral site game somewhere. Just because I'm tired of, as a fan, getting screwed out of good games, and paying what we're paying for season tickets. And then I don't mind sitting there with Sam Houston State and Abilene Christian and some of these other yahoos that have come in here, but don't take LSU away from me or something like that, to go down and play in Houston.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Time for this day in sports history. Today's not the last Monday in April. It's the second to last. It is the 20th day of April in the 4th month of the year, 2026. Here is Jeff McGuire.
Were you ever part of an organization that did a fifth Monday thing?
No.
Whenever there was a fifth Monday in the month to celebrate it in some fun way?
No, that sounds fun, though.
When my dad was a volunteer firefighter, they had Monday meetings every week.
Okay.
And when it was the fifth Monday, it became a potluck for all the families to come to the firehouse and mess around that way.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Should we have a fifth Monday next Monday?
I mean, we're going to have one. I don't know if we're doing anything here for it or not. I mean, it's going to happen.
Hey, Kat loves to throw parties, so just throw it out to her.
Throw that out that direction. Let's start in 1916, boys. Chicago Cubs play their first game in Wingham Park. And we know it better now as Wrigley Field.
Okay.
They beat the Cincinnati Reds 7-6.
Wow. Okay. Wingham.
1946. The very first baseball broadcast in Chicago took place. That only took them 30 years. Cubs versus the Cardinals. I do not have a score of this game. I bet Gus does. 1982, Atlanta Braves become the first team in Major League Baseball history to win the first 12 games of a season. That's a hot start. 6 years later, the New York Yankees hit home runs number 9,999, 10,000, and 10,001. That would have been Dave Winfield and C. Washington. Don't know who C. Washington is off the top of my head.
For what year was it?
1988.
Oh, I was going to say Claudel Washington, but I don't think that's right. Claudel was in the 70s.
And Jay Clark. And on this day, 1999, John Weber drives in 5, scores 4 times, and completes a cycle with a home run in the 6th inning as Texas Tech beats Texas State 16-12.
We dream for those days again, not necessarily against Texas State. But
At this point, I'll take a win. I don't care who it's against.
Yes, that's true.
By the way, Claudel Washington was correct, and Jack Clark for the other two.
Okay, how about that? Wow.
You got it right.
And in 2017, the number 5 Texas Tech women's tennis team clinched a share of the 2017 Big 12 title with a 4-0 win over West Virginia. This was the women's tennis program's 3rd Big 12 championship in 6 seasons, all coming under head coach Todd Petty. It is National Lima Bean Respect Day. So does that mean we have to have like Aretha Franklin sing to them or something?
No, I don't think so.
I respect him.
I don't care for lima beans.
Well, show them some respect.
Nah.
You don't have to eat them. You just have to show them some respect. I don't know how you do that. Happy birthday, Carmen Electra, 54. Jessica Lang, 77. Joey Lawrence, is 50. Don Mattingly, 65. And Steve Spurrier, 81.
81.
I didn't want to do this today, but options were limited. 1999. 2 teenage gunmen killed 13 people in a shooting spree in Columbine High School in Colorado. At approximately 11:19, the 2 dressed in trench coats began shooting students outside the school before moving inside to continue their rampage. By 11:35, they had killed 12 fellow students and a teacher and wounded another 23 people. Shortly after noon, the 2 teens turned their guns on themselves and died by suicide. We'd like you to notice that I did not mention their names today.
Yeah.
You know why?
That's what they wanted.
They don't deserve to be remembered.
Yeah.
I would go through the 23 injured names and the 12 killed, but I've already depressed everybody enough.
Well,
And that is this day in sports history.
hopefully, good Lord willing, that nobody tries to repeat that today. It is 6:49 this morning here on the morning drive. Do you know what Carmen Electra's original name was? Her real name?
I gotta be honest.
Hey, sexy lady. Oh, no, not that one.
No.
I gotta be honest.
I just tried.
Know.
You don't, tell me, you know who Carmen Electra is, right?
I know the name, but I don't.
Oh, man. She was with Dennis. She was with Dennis Rodman at one. She was married to Dennis Rodman at one point in time. Tara was her. Tara Patrick was her name. She
Hit your
changed
cough
her.
button, Joyce.
Hello.
Hit it again. I think I heard it. Yeah, I think it got better. Joyce broke his microphone.
I don't even know what I did.
Check the cord underneath. Underneath the microphone. The microphone. The actual microphone. You can't hear me.
6:50 this morning here on the morning drive. Take your thoughts and comments on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Go to doublet973.com for that, of the mobile app. Prince was the one that gave her that name.
The Carmen Electra name?
Yeah. He gave her. She was auditioning, and he told her, "You're not a Tara, you're a Carmen," and that she looked Electra. So she became Carmen Electra.
Oh, that's great.
Just a little trivia there for you. With regard to Wrigley Field, Wrigley Field was not the second. Once the Wrigley family bought it, they changed the name to Cubs Park, and then they changed to Wrigley Field before the start of the 1927 season.
This is the gum Wrigley family, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's all the same. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
Double
I
mint,
thought.
double mint gum. Yeah. Double mint gum.
I'm trying to think of what. No, I'm going juicy
Spearmint,
fruit.
juicy fruit.
Well, they had juicy
Big
fruit.
Red.
But I'm going like with my favorite. Big Red was a little spicy for me as a kid.
Yeah, the juice fruit was okay, but it gave me a headache. The spearmint was my choice of flavor.
Spearmint's good.
All right. 6:52 this morning. Visual Edge IT hotline is open too at 806-771-0973. Somebody says this SMU at Tech and at SMU would be okay. Question the seating capacity at SMU Stadium though. Yeah, no question. It's
Tech fans would try to do the takeover thing that we've seen at.
We've seen that happen at that place
at other locations, but yeah, I mean even with them being an ACC school at this point, it's.
Yeah, I mean they're still. They just kind of wrote a check and bought their way in, which
they did.
Hard for me to be critical.
I was about to say, isn't that your motto here?
Yeah, write a check, make it go away, right?
Except make it come here for that.
Yeah, in that particular case. Yeah, no question. We'll have the high school fan zone on tonight at 6 o'clock. Coaches from Estacado, Monterey, Memorial, and Liberty all will enter in the First United Bank studio. And also tonight, it's Red Raiders softball with Jerry Glasgow. And that'll be on both Double T 97.3 and 92.3 The Hub. So be looking for some softball chatter tonight between Mark Finkner and Jerry Glasgow, and I'm sure they'll have a guest on as well.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see where Tech drops in the polls this week, because your last 2 losses have been your worst 2 of the season. The other 2, you got 4 losses all year, so it's not that huge of a deal. But the one at Texas State was a bit of a surprise, but it was your 6th game in 6 days.
A little bit of a hiccup, yeah.
So I would guess you see the Red Raiders fall as far as, I don't know, 6, 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Based off of how they've dropped some other teams this year.
And the RPI is not ideal, right?
I think it was 8 before the Texas State loss. I don't think I've looked since then.
All right, we'll get some spring game thoughts. We'll talk some baseball next. We haven't gotten to the Rangers yet. That wasn't the best of weekends either. But we'll get to all that this morning here on the Morning Drive.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Chois Woodman is in for Jamie Lent, and Jeff McGuire is here as well. I'm Chuck Heinz. So we look for your observations from the weekend. If you want to talk Tech baseball, we can. We'll circle back to that. We've talked about that a little bit. Rangers as well. They dropped 2 of 3 over the weekend. And, man, everybody's a little chippy this morning. The Rangers losing 2 of 3 at the end of a 10-game West Coast road trip isn't some ugly result, LOL. Okay.
Right. There's one sports team we care about that had a good weekend, Chuck. And it was Choice's Spurs.
Let's go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Stars didn't do well. Rangers lost 2 of 3. Tech baseball really stunk.
Astros got swept.
Watched more than half of the game. I did fall asleep during it because it started at 8 o'clock last night. So it was on when I went to sleep.
The Spurs game.
But, yes, I watched. This is the time of year, if I'm going to watch any, and this is the first time my team has been actually really good in a while. So I'm actually watching. And then the youngest is really into it. He loves the alien that is Victor Wembanyama. So
he's a good one to like.
Promise him. Yeah, he's a otherworldly creature. That's for sure.
Joy McGuire was asked Friday night.
That's a gear change. Hang on. Yes. Ready now.
Okay. Joy McGuire.
I was not expecting a Joey McGuire quote after an NBA talk.
Well,
I'm sorry.
It was an NBA chime in. We're not big NBA people.
You don't want to break it all down?
We're not.
We just took a hard left. It's all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Not prepared.
Sometimes you do take a hard left. Tech spring game on Friday. We were talking about what Brendan Sorsby did, and Joey McGuire was asked after the scrimmage on Friday night who stood out to him the most.
I think Jalen Jones is a guy that everybody's really going to like, playing that slot. He had some plays today throughout spring, the whole spring, but I thought Trey White had some plays today that, he showed up. I think it was good. Sorsby on that, and he might have said it, but that first interception, he can't go back to that side. Like if that side's not there and he's working here, he can't go back there. That now is shut down. Like there's nobody that's going to be open on that side. So even though he did go back, it was good to see Peyton Morgan make that play. Like if y'all go back and we recruited Peyton Morgan, I mean, he led the state of Texas in interceptions that year. And that's one thing that he does really well. He's a ball hawk. He's got great ball skills. He reminds me a lot of Rabbit. He can cover a lot of ground. So it was good to see him make that play. So I thought, he did a really good job there.
Did the defense win the scrimmage Friday?
I would have said last year they won the scrimmage for sure. This one was more equal.
Okay.
But I also think there were more it was slanted more towards the offense as far as the drills and stuff. So I don't know that I could say either side.
How much did Cam Dickey and Jacoby get to play?
They did almost all the running plays up front, and then it was almost straight passing from there.
Okay.
Very few runs. There were a few later. There was a draw late, and there wasn't really any tackling to go.
Yeah, I mean they were doing the thud stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and that goes for everybody.
Yeah.
They weren't tackling running backs. And there's
no win in that.
It's so hard to tell, but I would still say the defense.
I threw this out to Jamie. I'll throw this out to you and see how you shoot it down.
He shot it down. So
he kind of shot it down. Okay. I mean, for all the criticism that I get when I say when they introduce the baseball team and the softball team at halftimes of basketball games, and I say I sure hope they don't throw their arms out. Mm-hmm. So, I bring up a punt, pass, and kick competition, for a spring game. What would you think about that? That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
For the kids?
No, for the team.
Do you just like it so much because Andy Reid was out there doing this?
No, I mean, it was just fun. It's a fun competition.
I participated when I was a kid. Yeah. I don't know that punt, pass, and kick is...
I mean, some kind of skills deal in addition to the spring drills.
Chuck, they're going to pop a hamstring or something trying to get one of these running backs trying to kick the football. We don't want that.
Put them all in bubble wrap. Then
it's pretty well that way already.
I'm sure that there's some linebackers out there or defensive backs that punted in high school or that think they can kick a 25-yard field goal or something like that. I think it would add to it. Maybe you take.
I don't think for everybody. Maybe
you take an offensive guy and say, okay, take a couple offensive guys and let them kick a field goal.
I think
take
there
a couple
would
of defensive guys and punt. Take a couple of like Stone Harrington. Can you throw a pass? How far can you throw a pass, Stone?
There could be some fun to it, but it'd have to be well planned out. I mean,
well, sure, of course we want.
Everybody loves what's the relay they do? What do they call the fat guy relay?
The fat man relay.
Is that all it's called? I thought there was a nicer way to put it. Anyway,
no.
Like at the track meet, everybody loves it when the linemen go and do the relay race.
Yeah.
So I think there is some novelty to it. It'd be fun, but yeah.
This from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Chuck hates the NBA. Surprised he didn't cut Choice off sooner. I don't hate the NBA. I just don't care for it anymore. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
I am much more in Chuck's camp on that than the other. But it's playoff time, so I'll watch some NBA.
Surprised you don't cut off the youngster from watching the NBA.
I mean, it's the Spurs.
Okay.
We're not out there feeding his brain with the Rockets or anything.
Waving towels or anything like that. Yeah. Okay. 7:22 this morning here on the. Well, I mean, at least he's interested in sports, right?
Oh man, there's some sort of switch flipped this year.
Okay, was this the one that wasn't interested in sports?
No, he's been the one that wasn't is still not.
What's he into?
Well, he's a pole vaulter. That's the most sport he does, and he's going to wrestle next year.
Okay, in
high school, but he is.
This is the 8th grader now.
This is the 8th grader now.
Mm-hmm.
But he plays violin, and he's I don't know. He's just into
He's all over the road.
all over. Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean,
Which is good.
Be
Yeah.
well-rounded,
It's good. Yeah. No, the youngest
Pole
one.
vaulter. How tall, how high can he pole vault?
I think he's hit 8 foot.
What inspired that?
He's an acrobat, I guess.
Okay.
He can climb things like crazy.
Did you consider gymnastics at all for him?
Probably not.
Okay.
But not against it. I don't think that'd be his cup of tea. No, the youngest, he just loves everything sports. Like, just started this year.
Okay.
Everything. He just wants to, like, I had to pry him out of the living room to go to bed last night at halftime because he was wanting to watch more and more. He takes it really hard, too. He has not learned how to take a loss.
Oh, well, he comes by that, honestly.
He bawled. He bawled at the Orange Bowl, like, just...
Is he 8?
Yeah, he's 8, uncontrollably. And then when we were getting our butts whipped by Alabama in the NCAA tournament, he couldn't handle it. It was just
uncontrollable.
He just handling it how we all want to outwardly do things.
His dad's taking a hack at the wall with his golf club.
I did not do that this time. In front of him.
Comes by it honestly. Somebody says this. We did a mascot relay at our district track meet.
Oh, that's fun.
That is fun.
That's fun.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3, presented today by someone not named Jamie, is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
All right, fellas. On the heels of us learning about a new schedule change for Texas Tech, we learned this late last week. Red Raiders no longer playing against NC State because NC State backed out of it. They would have had that on the schedule in 2027. And then Tech, with that, also moved away from its game in North Texas, or in Denton against North Texas. So, with that, if you had the scheduling powers, Chuck, to choose any home and home for football, what would be your option?
I want to play Texas A&M. I want to play them here. I want to play them there. I mean,
okay.
I think that those games were always great, and if I can't have that, then I'd take UT here and there. I mean, I think those are two rivalries that unfortunately went away. And you could say, well, it ain't a rivalry because you didn't beat them enough. Okay, I understand that, but you did pretty good. You did really good against A&M. Not quite as good against Texas, but you beat them enough that they don't want to play you.
Sure.
Jeff?
Let's have some fun. Let's do a home and home with Indiana.
Okay.
Let's bring in the national champs.
Okay. Funny, I would also go to Indiana, but the other team, one of the other teams there.
The Catholic team.
That would be the one.
Yeah.
Notre Dame. I think there's enough feistiness between the two fan bases right now.
It's Notre Dame.
With comments from Coach McGuire, Notre Dame fans all of a sudden hate Texas Tech. I think they would actually really enjoy trying to beat the Red Raiders as well. That's the one I would do. A&M's always on the list.
Okay, well, you asked me.
No, I would take them in a heartbeat. Okay, now second part of this question that I didn't tell you there's a second part. Of some realistic options for 2027, I'll give you a group of about 6 of these. Which ones would you choose if you could start a home and home in 2027 with these teams that have available games? Michigan State, Washington, Cal, SMU, and Stanford. Michigan State, Washington, Cal, SMU, Stanford.
Washington.
To do a home and home with.
Yeah, Washington. Yeah. Have you been to? Have you been by their stadium in Seattle?
I have not. No.
Okay. This is probably not a reason why you would play them. Okay.
Okay.
But it's a beautiful setting there, and they yacht gate for their tailgating.
So they're outdoor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they do yacht gating right up there, right by the banks of the stadium.
They also do that with the toilet bowl and on the Brazos.
Yeah, but this is real. I mean, the Puget Sound is quite a bit better than the Brazos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yacht gating. Okay.
Yeah.
Run the list again one more time.
Michigan State,
No.
Washington,
No.
Cal, Stanford, SMU.
Cal. Of that list.
Cal. I think that would be fifth on the list for me.
That's something different.
I think I would also go Washington on that group. It's a team that's been to the college football playoff. So is SMU. It's a team that is in the Big Ten, so you get credit for a Big Ten game, even if they're not one of the best Big Ten teams. I think Washington is one I would really enjoy beating.
Okay. Somebody says Michigan State, Washington second, SMU third. Okay. Somebody else, Michigan State and SMU. Okay.
And you'd be playing Michigan State early in the year, so you wouldn't have to deal with weather necessarily as bad up there as it would be late in the year. I'd like Michigan State. I mean, the only run-in we've had with them is an Alamo Bowl where there was almost no focus on Michigan State. It was all on the
wasn't even on the football field. It was all off the field.
It was all on the head coach that had been fired 3 days before. So
Alamo, and then the near riot at game day, outside the Alamo Dome. It was just craziness.
Yeah,
just craziness. Somebody says this. I want the boys to play either Georgia or Auburn.
So here's the third group of teams. Here's the ones that are likely not to come to Lubbock for a home and home.
Okay.
But do have an opening in 2027. USC, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, and Miami.
Okay. I'm tired of playing LSU. We've been there, done that. Unless it's home and home.
We've only played them one time in football, right?
No, we had them.
We get them a lot in basketball, but the one time in football at the Texas Bowl is.
I feel like we
what's
played
the other
them,
one?
I feel like we played them 15 times. USC home and home there and at the Coliseum would be. I think that'd be awesome.
Didn't we play LSU like twice in like 3 seasons?
Yes. I'm thinking the same thing.
There was the bowl game and there was a non-conference.
There was like
game.
a non-conference game. Yeah.
I don't think we've got them. I really don't think we've had them in a non-conference game. Would it have been a neutral site?
Yes. Houston.
Okay, maybe. I think that's the Texas Bowl. You played Ole Miss several times.
I'm also surprised Chuck didn't say Arkansas.
Arkansas is on that list, but you've already got games scheduled with them. So USC is what you choose out of that group?
Yeah.
USC, Alabama.
Home and home.
Georgia, LSU, and Miami.
Ray Charles time, baby. Let's bring in Georgia.
I think I'm going Alabama, but it's Alabama.
We've
and I actually am less scared of the current version of Alabama than I am of the current version of Georgia.
Okay, we've played them 3 times, LSU.
Recently, though?
No.
Okay.
2015, 1957, and 1954.
Okay, I thought there had only been the one.
I'm with Jeff.
They scored on us enough in that one game.
Oh, yeah.
In the Texas Bowl
No.
for 2 or 3 games.
You want to say that Keyshawn's still scoring. That LSU team is still scoring.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette for LSU.
Yeah, he punished us.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3. Presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Double T 97.3 presents the Morning Drive Power Hour. The Power Hour is presented by Service Compression. Committed to service, advanced technology, and field-proven compression expertise in the oil field. See them at servicecompression.com.
We're on the morning drive. Good morning with Chois Woodman, who's in for Jamie Lent. And Jeff McGuire is here as usual. I'm Chuck Heinz. It's great to have you with us today on the morning drive. Take your thoughts and comments. The Yates Flooring Center chat line. Go to WT973.com for that, or the mobile app. Visual Edge IT hotline too is open, 806-771-0973. I know this is your usual stick, but I don't want to steal any thunder away from the bottom line. But do we have any towns that we're also broadcasting to today?
We are always broadcasting all over the world,
including
White Pigeon, Illinois. Why not?
He doesn't want to steal any thunder from you, but he'd like to steal your bit. So
no, I'm not stealing his bit. He gave it. It's not. He gave it. It's his.
And if he didn't, everybody on the chat line would have yelled at him.
Nobody's going to yell at me. Not today. I don't think. Oh, at him. At him.
If he didn't,
I get yelled at a lot, Chuck.
I get chastised a lot. You know, I think that's the word, chastise. And some of it I bring on myself. I understand that.
I have said this before. Chuck deserves about half of what he gets. About half.
Well, the high school fan zone on tonight. Coaches from Estacado, Monterey, Memorial, and Liberty. Okay, all coming your way. Wednesday, it'll be Lubbock High, Coronado, Friendship, and Lubbock Cooper. It's coming to a close, isn't it? The baseball and softball season, track season.
We're getting track. I think goes to regionals this next week. Mm-hmm. Baseball, softball. I think softball's a week ahead,
softball's a week ahead.
So they would be starting playoffs, I believe, this week.
Okay.
Later this week, and baseball will be in the final week of regular season. So
okay, we'll have Lubbock Cooper on tomorrow against Amarillo High School, and then Memorial will face Levelland tomorrow. The Cooper game will be on 100.7 The Score. Memorial on Sunny 97.7. Are you doing that game?
I am not. Clint's doing that one. I
Okay.
got the 3 friendship games later in the week.
Okay. Let's see here. Sergeant K9 says this. Good morning, fellas. It's a beautiful morning. Have a great day. You too, sir. We got to communicate early on. I didn't not read this on purpose. I just got distracted. Bullfighter apparently starting a new job today. So
shout out Bullfighter.
I don't know what he's qualified to do today, but he's starting a new gig. So he said, this is 2 hours ago. Morning, fellers. New job equals new opportunities today. Okay,
let's go.
Maybe he's going to be a snake wrangler as opposed to a bullfighter.
That would be an interesting job.
Yeah. Let's see. Bobby Hot Dogs wants to know if Rob and Clint are taking the day off so they can celebrate accordingly in their garage. I'm not aware. I don't think either one of them has a garage per se. Okay.
And if they do, it's not full of stuff. They can get the car. I know that's one of Jamie's things.
Do what now?
It's one of Jamie's things towards you that you don't park the car in the garage.
I don't know. Not right now.
I don't.
Not right now.
I don't either.
Yeah, so
okay.
Doesn't make me a bad person. Just is what it is. Yesterday I was on a flight last night from Denver to Lubbock, and the flight attendant announced that there's no smoking allowed, or electronic cigarettes, or vaping, and then she also included no wacky tobacco.
Oh, she said that. Huh?
Yeah, she did.
Okay,
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so just to make it clear for everybody.
I think there's a balance for a flight attendant, like the ones that are doing all that, where you can go over the top and be too enthusiastic, but I don't want who's the guy? I always forget his name. Who's the Clear Eyes commercial? The guy from Ferris Bueller, teacher from
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Bueller?
Clear Eyes.
Ben, yes. Ben
Stein.
Not,
Stein, thank you.
Yes.
That's it. No, you don't want Ben Stein up there doing the reading through it all, but there can be people that are over the top as well. You got to find that nice balance.
And the gals that just read every single line, or the guy, it's just like, come on. Just get on with it.
Chuck? That's an FAA regulation.
I know, but
they have to read every line.
Some of them are
That's part of the rules.
Some of them are a little bit better about getting through it than others.
Sure, but you can't be critical of them literally doing what the FAA tells them they have to do.
I understand that, but sometimes it drones on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
I will say my favorite flight ever. They did the no smoking announcement as wheels touched, as we lifted off, and it was the smoking section is outside.
All I know is that our pilots last night must have had things to do in Lubbock, because we got from Denver to Lubbock in an hour. I mean, they were.
I was about to say we better get the sound effect there, the onomatopoeia there.
It was like, man, it was quick. 8:07 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Power Hour. Are you a hockey fan?
I am more than I used to be, and definitely during the playoffs.
Okay. I mean, I respect it immensely. I wish I was better at it. I wish I was a better fan of it, but I'm
more likely to watch a random NHL playoff game than I am a random NBA playoff game.
I would agree with that.
That's completely opposite of how I grew up, but
I would agree with that.
But I'm more likely for that at this point in my fandom.
Okay. And
then Stars, like, that's, yeah, I'm going to watch as much as I can.
Okay. All right. Somebody wants to know how parking will go for Friday and Saturday at baseball. Will they close the lots northeast of the field? I don't know.
There is an article.
Yeah.
On TexasTech.com, and I think we also have our version of it on T973.com.
For Friday and Saturday?
For how the parking is set up for this weekend.
Yeah.
I highly recommend you checking that out.
Yeah.
If you're going to attend either, definitely, you don't want to be in the wrong spot where you're going to get towed. So, and there will be... I believe that there's a lot of baseball parking. If you're going to the baseball games, definitely look at it, because there's a lot of baseball parking that if your normal lot will not be available. Yeah. Not everyone's, but your normal lot will not be available. So check it out, and I think they're going to be running some shuttles too.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of shuttles.
For both.
Yeah. Just plan accordingly. Plan accordingly.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of T973 podcasts at T973.com.